Welcome to Denver Summit FC Pitchside, sponsored by your Colorado Honda dealers. I'm Lionel Bienvenu. Brady King is here. Nick Rothschild is here too. And later, a special guest, Summit President Jen Millay, will be right here in studio. But first, the big story of the week. And Brady, one of the biggest stories of the Summit short history. The Golden Girl from Golden, Colorado, Lindsey Heaps, is going to make her Summit debut on Saturday at the club's new Centennial Stadium.
Finally. I mean, yeah, the momentum is on Denver's side this Saturday. It has all the ingredients for a memorable day. And Nick, for Heaps, it's hard to script it any better. Her first match for her hometown club in front of friends, family, a sold-out crowd against the team she used to call home in the Portland Thorns.
Yeah, you couldn't write it any better, Brady. I mean, it's a moment 6 months in the making. When we broke the news that Lindsey Heaps was signing with our hometown club, everybody wanted to know when she'd get the chance to play in a game in front of her family in the state that raised her with that Denver Summit crest on her shirt. We've arrived, and I had the chance to catch up with the Summit's captain to see how she's experiencing her first match week back home. I put you in charge of casting for the Lindsey Heaps biopic. Who would you want to star as yourself?
Oh my gosh. I'll be me.
4-2 red.
I ask because this week, at least from an outside perspective, feels a bit cinematic. Your first game with the Summit, the opening of Centennial Stadium against your former team. What does it feel like for you in the run-up to this big moment?
I mean, it's a moment. It's special, all the things that you just said, but at the end of the day, it's another game for this team, and I think more importantly, it's about the focus on what we need to do, how we can go get a result this weekend, and yeah, we've struggled here and there in the past few games, but for me, stepping in is just to keep raising it and help this team win.
Janine Soda scores!
You've watched 2 matches in person, you've been out at training. Give me one thing that you really like that the team has done so far on the pitch, and one thing that you'd like to help improve going forward.
You see a lot of the effort. Players want to do the right thing. Players want to play. They want to play the way that Nick wants them to play. And it's all these little details that we got to get down to the fine line. And I really appreciate just the work out here. It's not easy coming out here in the weather, the altitude, and every single day, but the effort that everyone is putting in. And we have a common goal. We just have to keep raising the bar and keep raising our standards. And I think right now, with even these last 2 games, it's like asking the question of each and every individual, what do we need to do more? Looking in the mirror and saying, how can I get better? How can I get better for the team? But also in terms of how it can help the team go out and get another result. So,
for anyone who hasn't watched you play, how would you describe your game?
Well, one, I'm a footballer, so people make fun of me for it, but I just love the game. I love being able to identify how do we need to tactically break down each game. Each game is different. That's what makes it so exciting and unique, especially here in the NWSL. Every game is very unique. Anyone can win on any given day. I'm creative. I want to have the ball at all times. I'm sure many of my teammates can attest to that, is I'm just always asking for the ball, even if it's probably not the right place to get it. But I want on it, and I just want to help the team win. I'm a winner, and you'll see that mentality every single game.
Is there a footballer you try to emulate, or someone that you've watched that you would say, I like to play like that person?
I like to play with the same amount of joy and freedom and kind of football mind as I would say Tobin. Tobin Heath was my role model idol growing up on the women's side. She's also my older sister, so that relationship really helped me, because I think she also showed me what football is all about, why we grew up playing it. It's because we love the sport so much.
What do you hope to get from the environment at Centennial Stadium?
I've seen it already. The support is incredible. I saw it in the last 2 games that I had to patiently watch from the stands. But I hope here it's a little bit more close. I want it to be as loud as possible. I think when you have metal stands like that, you should be able to hear it more too. So throughout the game, I love when a crowd is just making it so difficult on the other team. And I think the fans here have been incredible so far, so we'll continue off of that.
Well, Heaps' standards are as high as the Rocky Mountains, and she is so excited to be home. However, a win is on the cards for this team this weekend. I mean, she is so dead set on getting their first win, her first win in this stadium. Nothing else matters.
Look, it's not just any other game, right? I mean, sold-out stadium, Colorado Sophia Wilson on the other side, the Summit fighting for points to stay right in the playoff race, and Heaps taking the pitch. I mean, there is no way you can overhype this match. It's another one of the biggest events in Colorado soccer history.
Yeah, and as tough as it had to be for Lindsey, who is a captain, a competitor, a winner, to watch the last two matches from the sidelines, it might end up helping her. She's had a chance to learn this team, see what's working, and figure out where she can make the biggest impact. Portland is one of the league's best, so it won't be an easy match, but all eyes will be on Heaps and how she helps take this team to another level, and I cannot wait to watch, guys.
All right, it is time for another break, but when we come back, a very special guest in studio, the Summit's first hire, the first employee through the door, Team President Jen Millay, talking about the new stadium, Heaps, and the push to the playoffs, all that, next on Pitchside. Welcome back to Pitchside, sponsored by your Colorado Honda dealers. And again, Brady King is here, and this show is all about making a connection between the Summit FC and you, the supporters and the viewers, bringing you anything and everything happening with the club. And what better way to do that than go right to the top and get the latest information on what's happening with the Summit FC. And joining us here in studio is Team President Jen Millay. Jen, welcome to Pitchside.
Thank you guys for having me.
It is such a pleasure to have you here. And first off, you were the first employee hired by the Summit, right? The first one through the door for this franchise. So you were a staff of one to begin. And that was like a year and a couple of months ago. And now here you are, 13 games into the season. Can you really process how far things have come along since your first day on the job?
No. Should I expound on that? I mean, it's been an incredible, a little bit over a year. We built an incredible staff on the business side, on the sporting side. We've accomplished a lot of great things, breaking basically the record for women's sports in North America with our match at Empower Field and 63,000 people there. We're on the cusp of another new milestone for the club this weekend, so it's been incredible.
Jen, before we get to that new stadium and all that has gone into that, because I know it's a lot, you're from Denver. You went to CU Boulder, went to Cherry Creek High School.
Yes.
Now you're leading the city's first NWSL club. I mean, that's as hometown as it gets. How full circle has this been for you just to be back here in this role?
It's been amazing the last year, and Denver and Colorado have been so welcoming to me and to my family and to the club. People always ask me, I went to Cherry Creek High School, did you play soccer at Cherry Creek High School? And my answer is, well, I handed out water bottles to the girls that were playing, and I don't know if that counts or not. But yeah, it's been an amazing year.
Everybody has their role.
Well, I mean, to be from Colorado, like Brady is, to go to high school here, and then, as you said, to be team president of the first NWSL franchise, the first professional women's soccer team in Colorado. The support you've gotten from the community of Colorado, from sponsors, businesses, people, fans, supporters, is that surprising to you from when you got to the job as to now, of how crazy it's been?
Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing that I think everyone knows about Denver and Colorado is that people love their sports teams. And so when I was considering the move back, joining this crazy mission, that was always in the back of my mind. Will people show up for this club the way they've shown up traditionally for other teams? And the hope was always that the answer would be yes. And I think that the response that we've seen has been so overwhelmingly positive that it makes all the hard things that we had to do this season on a really tight timeline worth it, because the support and the fan base really fuels us as staff.
Speaking of that support, a sold-out crowd expected to open this brand new temporary stadium this weekend. Fans are going to see the finished product, but you've obviously been through every step of this process. Take us behind the scenes and just how tough is it to make something like this come to life?
Yeah, I mean, it requires a big commitment from a lot of people, and not just our business staff, but a lot of our partners and vendors, our construction team, all of their trades that signed up with us to deliver this building. I think when people go out to Centennial, they're going to be really impressed on about what we've built. And I think for our players in particular, we opened the Performance Center a few weeks ago. They are so grateful and excited about this investment that is being made in women's sports, not just for them, but I think it elevates the league, it elevates girls and women everywhere. And so, the Centennial Stadium opening is just another piece to that we're building.
I love it.
Well, Jen, we've seen what the Broncos ownership has done in a few short years.
Yeah.
And you kind of mirror that with what the Summit ownership is doing as well. From Rob Cohen on down, it seems like everything has been first class.
Yeah.
Everything has been pretty much on schedule. An amazing accomplishment for, just over a year to go from zero to this. And now the team's competing for the playoffs. You guys, have you felt like we've done this first class and done it right from day one?
Yes. I mean, I think you brought up Rob Cohen, our ownership group. I think the secret sauce to their success with this franchise has truly been that ownership's group relationship to Colorado. These are people who live in Colorado have lived in Colorado for generations that are truly invested in the community here and live and breathe and experience the same things we all do and want to do right by this community, by this fan base, and now by these players. And so I think that has been a big difference for us. In our drive in wanting to make this special.
I mean, there's so much to be proud of, honestly. I feel like this is just the beginning for you guys, which seems just crazy that how far you've come in such a short time. So you should be very proud.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, and we're super excited. Obviously, this weekend is a big matchup, right? We have Lindsey Heaps joining, U.S. Women's National Team captain, will play for the first time with Denver Summit. And we have Sophia Smith, Colorado native, coming back to Colorado for this Colorado head-to-head matchup at Centennial. And so there's just amazing storylines already developing, in this first season.
I love it.
All right, Jen. Well, the excitement level is at an all-time high. The stress level also at an all-time high. But so far, so good with the Denver Summit FC, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for another break, but when we return, it's the dynamic duo. The Nick and Nick Show. Rothschild and Cushing. We'll have our weekly one-on-one interview with the Summit's head coach headed into this monster matchup against Portland. So stay tuned. That's next on Pitchside. Welcome back to Pitchside, sponsored by your Colorado Honda dealers. And now let's get down to the business at hand. The Summit needs a win Saturday against Portland. Forget all the hype and Lindsey Heaps and the first game at the new stadium. No. The Summit needs to get those 3 points to get back in the win column.
They do. The Summit is in 11th in the standings with 16 points, and they need a result to stay in this playoff hunt. But Portland is a different kind of challenge. The Thorns are third in the standings. They reached the NWSL semifinals last season and have one of the league's most dangerous attacks, led by Colorado native Sophia Wilson. So 3 points would be huge, but against a team like this, even a draw would be a positive result. I know I don't love saying that, but Nick Cushing wants 3 points more than anything.
Well,
right?
he'll tell you can't drop points at home, and dropping points means anything less than 3. So, and the hardest thing for Cushing is, and really any coach, is the fact that he puts so much time into the tactics of the game that when he runs the players out into the pitch, he has no control. But I had a thought. Maybe one American who went to England to coach could actually impart some thoughts and some wisdom onto this English coach who has come to America. You're familiar with the television show Ted Lasso, and you're a proponent of player-led teams, especially as it relates on-pitch chemistry. But I've seen Ted take his team into the sewers. Are there things that a coach can do to help facilitate the stuff that the players need to lead on the pitch?
When I was a younger coach, I thought that the majority of our job was tactics and game planning, and my opinion now is that it is around how you push the players to the front, how you facilitate chemistry, how you promote communication and leadership, and that is what we're trying to do now. You can see in our performances that we have a game understanding, we have a desire and a will and an ambition to win. Now it's about really blending and growing the rapport and the relationships of each individual player.
How would you describe your style when it comes to the fostering of those relationships?
Passionate, and hopefully infusing in that area. I like to use my character to try and open people's minds and make people curious around the power of team cohesion and the power of team culture. Try and use my energy around how we do it and my creative nature. I think I'm quite an optimist and I'm quite creative as a human, so try and be creative in how we push people forwards and inspiring. I think ultimately as coaches our job is to infuse and inspire.
Do you plan to select Lindsey on Saturday?
Listen, she's had a pre-season, she's ready to go. How long she plays is going to be interesting because she has a huge energy and desire to be there. I'm not certain she will let me not pick her.
You've coached in stadiums all over the world. Centennial Stadium, what do you hope that that environment provides for you guys on the pitch?
Yeah, I think energy. I think we can see the energy and the enthusiasm and the atmosphere that we have at Dick's. I think now we're in our stadium and the stadium is in our colours and it's in, you know, our home. I think we need that same level of energy. I think the energy will be louder. I think we'll feel it more because it's a tighter stadium. The fans are right on top of us. I don't think I hope, I think I know it's going to be a really, really special occasion.
All right, thanks, Nick and Nick. Well done. All right, time for one more break, but stay with us. Up next, it's time for your voice, the viewers, the fans of the show, getting your chance to let your voice be heard. And Lindsey Heaps is going to answer some of your rapid-fire questions next on Pitchside. Well, welcome back to Pitchside, sponsored by your Colorado Honda dealers. And you know, we are your voice for anything and everything you want to know about the Summit FC.
That's right. Scan the QR code on your screen. Let us know what you would like to see on the show, any questions you might have for us, the players, or Coach Nick Cushing.
All right, let's go deep with the captain. Here's Lindsey Heaps. Your guilty pleasure dessert.
Oof. Honestly, like crumble cookie. I really like crumble. I think sometimes people say they're overwhelming. Absolutely not. What's overwhelming about them? They're very good.
What's the #1 Colorado thing you miss when you're out of town?
Probably the mountains. I like to hike. I like to get outdoors with my family. So,
if you could time travel, would you prefer to go into the future or into the past?
Oof. Neither. I'm staying.
All-time best Gatorade flavor.
Oh. Shoot. What's the white one?
White?
Something glacier.
Glacier freeze. Some
Something
sort
like
of
that.
cold-sounding name.
Yeah. Or maybe it tastes like a lemonade, something like that.
Last one. If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
Gosh. Honestly, I just want to be faster. If I was just like, give me Olivia Thomas speed. Bye. Ciao.
All right, thanks so much for your questions and great answers from Lindsey.
Yeah,
Crumble cookies. Love it. All right, we're so excited about this Saturday. We will be out there before the match.
Yes, we will. We will have a Pitchside tent set up for a fun meet and greet. Summit fans.
Yeah, so come to the fan zone. We'll be there at or around 10 a.m. Say hi. We'll take pictures with you, and we're going to grab some questions for a future Pitchside episode.
Exactly. So we look forward to meeting you and listening to your voice about the show. All right, we'll see you then. And remember, together we climb and go Summit. Have a great night.